What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, very excited to bring you information from the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise. We have, especially for manga readers, the long-awaited Legend SLC Suulong Carrot. At long last, she debuted on the anime, and I've got to say, Toei Animation, you effed it up, because her animation, the quality was so bad. It was honestly, by 2018 standards, pathetic. But that's Toei Animation. Unfortunately, they're the ones animating One Piece, and they are known, they're infamous for just being crap compared to other studios when it comes to animating. But my weeb and otaku rage aside, let's get into what the Sugo Fest is about. Let's get into what the actual units do, because we have got a bunch of interesting picks for the rare recruits available on this Sugo Fest, as you can see in the background here. But Suulong Carrot herself is a superb legend. So let's begin. So Suulong Carrot is a quick fighter and slasher type, and boy oh boy is her artwork hashtag Dunker Bandai and a Bellissimo, because it is gorgeous in both the 5-star and the 6-star version. Now note to some people is that 5-star version might be actually useful to keep for like Kai content or cost restricted content. She has a very interesting captain ability and also very interesting animation, which I just saw. I'll leave a link in the video to the animations and attack animations, special animations, courtesy of Japan Uber Alice, and also a big thank you to Anton Labs for all the data mine information as well as the sprites as well. So her captain ability is a little bit complicated, so I'm going to try and go over this slowly. She'll reduce the cooldown of all units by 2 turns at the start of the adventure for the first 12 turns, and this is, I believe, is like a fixed 12 turns. Even if you get hit with despair and whatnot, this will not be reset, it will just stay at 12 turns. She'll boost the following classes by 2 times a cumulative 2 times attack, which totals to a maximum 4 times flat attack boost. So fighter, slasher, shooter, cerebral, and striker, if any of your units have 2 of those classes, it's a 4 times attack boost. If they have 1 of those, a 2 times attack boost, and if none of those, then a 0 times attack boost, which is fair enough. That is a pretty good range of characters in there. 5 of the, I believe, 7 or 8 classes available in the game, and all normal attacks will bypass defensive effects and barriers, exactly like Legend Blackbeard, but with a 4 times attack boost. It's disgusting. She will furthermore increase the rate of matching orbs by emphasis a large amount. Now, by a large amount, I'm going to predict this is not going to be like V1 Shanks, but more like V1 Akainu when it comes to strength orbs, which is still a pretty huge amount. So this is the best, by far, hands down, the best speed running captain. Eat your heart out, V2 Akainu. I am sorry, but there is a new god slash goddess in town when it comes to speed running. Even for easy and medium content, you're going to want to use this Suulong Carrot more often than the V2 Akainu. However, after 12 turns are over, she becomes a flat 2.75 times attack boost to those classes with no gimmicks. So after the 12 turns are done, she's kind of pretty lame, in fact, and you can't really do much with that, and that is her one big drawback, is most likely going to be her clear rate. But this legend is probably more so designed to mid-level to end game level players who have max special units in their box, max limit break, max candy, all those kind of things that will help you for speed running. And when you're a veteran player, she is by far, just looking at her captain ability, instantly going to be like a top 5 legend for most veteran players, because they will have the subs required to fulfill the desire to absolutely rip people to shreds in an instant. So there you have it. Very nice captain ability. I'm definitely going to get debated on the Sugo Fest to try and pull for her. Sugo Fest is a big bait, and I will explain why at the end of the video, but her special is also very nice. It builds into the speed farming aspect, reduce all cooldowns by 2 turns. So in her captain ability, double Suulong Carrot, and if you have max sockets, you're going to have already 6 turns of cooldown reduction, and then you have an additional 4 turns of cooldown reduction in her skill, in her special ability. It's very disgusting. I'm just so hyped for this unit. And for 1 turn, big stuff here as well, boost the orbs of fighter, slasher, shooter, cerebral, and strike units by 2 times, and treat quick tandem and meat orbs as beneficial. If Carrot is a sailor, make her captain for 1 turn. Now, that final part is a double-edged sword. It's a good thing and a bad thing. If you can actually use her as a sub and you can match all those classes fighter, slasher, shooter, cerebral striker. She's pretty good on a Katakuri team. You'll get a huge attack boost, 4 times attack boost instead of the 3.33 times for Katakuri. This is a hypothetical situation. And then you'll also be able to bypass barriers, which is freaking huge. That is so big. For one turn, being able to bypass those barriers, although I would assume that this one turn does tie into the fixed 12 turns that you have to do. So if this special is used outside of the 12 turns, I'm not entirely sure if you are going to be able to bypass those defensive effects and barriers. If she is a sub and you can switch her into a captain, even if you're on like turn 20, and then she will still be able to bypass defensive effects and barriers. She is a god tier sub. She's an amazing sub. She'll be amazing for long paced content, very difficult piece of content, very good for zombie teams and those kind of stuff. Forests are the big problem for her as a captain. I don't see double Suulong Carrot doing too well with Forest. Maybe she'll be able to clear all of them. I don't think she can as of now, but even if she can't, it doesn't really matter, because you wouldn't be trying to go for this legend in order to clear Forest. I think that's quite a redundant argument. It's like taking a V1 legend Akainu where you want to run a full strength team and then running him against a very difficult piece of quick Colosseum content or Invasion Sengoku. You just wouldn't make a V1 Akainu team to do those pieces of content. And likewise, you wouldn't use Suulong Carrot, a speed farming goddess, for something that you're meant to stall on, which would be a Forest. So I know people have that argument out there and they're saying she's not amazing because of that. I think it's a bit redundant. I would say this legend is probably more designed for the more pay to win or end game players or the veteran players. You know, the ones with very full boxes, max limit break, max sockets, max candy and max cooldowns, all that kind of stuff. If you have all that kind of stuff and you're like a mid to end game player, then I'm sure you can tell this is like a top 5 legend. But if you don't have that criteria fulfilled, she's not very free to play friendly, then in that regard, and if you don't have much stuff in your box, then she's definitely going to be a legend that's going to be sitting in your box collecting dust for a long time. Having said that, still amazing artwork, still an amazing character, amazing animations. I'll leave a link in the description down below to Japan Uber Alice, who have uploaded special animation and attack animations for her. She transforms at the beginning of the quest by looking into the moon. It's so awesome. I love what they've done with this, Bandai. Good job. Freaking Danka Bandai. And also, before I forget, a huge thank you to Anton Labs, the global and Japan and the just worldwide leader of OPTC subreddit. So God bless you for the sprites as well, Anton. And a Sailor ability, not too big of a deal. In fact, it's actually pretty good. Plus 30 to all stats for all units. Prevent special rewind on her completely. A bit of Asian list coming out there. But Suulong Carrot, a top legend. And as an overall legend, by far, easily a top 10 legend when you're looking at the overall package. Good as a captain, good as a sub, good Sailor abilities, good limit breaks, pretty much good everything. You can't really go wrong with her. Let's move on from Suulong Carrot. She's just so good. She's just so good. Alrighty, so kicking off the rare recruits, we have got the Slime Man Charlotte Opera. He is going to be a Psy fighter and striker type, and he is the ideal sub for both Katakuri and Suulong Carrot. He is pretty damn thick with his nice little pink bow tie there, and his captain ability will boost striker and fighter units by 2 times and deal a 10% HP cut at the end of each turn. Nothing too special there. His special ability, however, is very nice. He will deal 80 times attack and typeless damage to all enemies. His cooldown isn't that high, and when you factor in Suulong Carrot and also Katakuri's cooldown reduction, that's actually pretty nice for speed running. He's going to deal 100,000 plus damage when you candy him up. In fact, even if you don't candy him up, I'm pretty sure this is going to do over 100,000 damage. But furthermore to that, if your crew has an active orb boost, for 1 turn boost the color affinity of fighter, slasher, striker, cerebral and shooter units by 1.75 times. If you don't have an active orb boost, he will actually give the orb boost itself to those classes by 1.75 times as well. And I believe he has the double special limit break. I'm not 100% certain on that. Let me just quickly check that. I am pretty certain he does have that. He does indeed have the double special limit break, so he can give you essentially a 1.75 times orb boost and a 1.75 times affinity boost. So a very good, once you max limit break him, very good rare recruit. his sailor ability, he can't be blown away, and fighters treat Psy Orbs as beneficial, which is a nice little addition there for the Suulong Carrot fighter teams, and also for V2 Sanji as well, I guess. So very, very nice unit overall, and in fact, yeah, it's actually a very good unit for V2 Sanji. I didn't actually take that into consideration. I believe for G4 V2 as well, he works very, very nicely too. So in just overall, despite being kind of a semi-mob character in One Piece, he turns out to be pretty damn OP for a rare recruit in One Piece Treasure Cruise. Moving on, someone who's even less of a mob character, Charlotte Galette. I actually do not remember this character. She is an int, cerebral, and slasher type. She'll boost quick and int units by 2.5 times attack and treat quick and int orbs as beneficial. Again, decent for a rare recruit, the captain ability, but nothing too special in the grand scheme of things. Her special will delay all enemies by 1 turn. Choose 1 unit and reduce their cooldown by 2 turns. Again, lots of cooldown reduction coming through these days. If your captain is a quick or an int type, lock chain multiplier at 3 times for 1 turn, which is very, very nice. Now, I'm not entirely sure why it's about quick or int types as a captain. Not sure who this is specifically designed for. V2 Fujitora, I guess. She's a slasher type. But if you guys know who she's designed for, please do let me know in the comment section, because my brain is like AFK right now. I've been awake since like 3 AM and it's already 10 AM now while I'm recording this, and I just cannot think straight right now. But that's Charlotte Galette. Her sailor ability, plus 20 stats to all units in all stats, and reduce special rewind on herself by 3 turns. So she's decent. 3 times chain lock is of course very nice if you have a quick or an int captain, but yeah, it's alright, it's alright. That's nothing too special, nothing too great. After Charlotte Galette, we have got Charlotte Bavarius, or Bavarius. I, again, don't know who the hell this guy is. He is a Psy shooter and fighter type. I only read the manga, guys, so maybe he is featured in the anime. But in the manga, I don't recall this character. He will boost the shooter, he will boost shooter's attack by 2.5 times and heal 1000 HP at the end of each turn. His special will deal random typeless damage to enemies 8 times and change the orbs in the left column to matching. And if your captain has a quick sight in or tandem orb, then boost the attack of shooters by 1.75 times. I have to say again, this rare recruit is looking quite weak as of now. That's probably going to have a lot of niche usage there though. The deal random typeless damage to enemies 8 times, probably to break some sort of barrier in the future. And then, you know, change orbs in the left column to matching. It's just a bit tedious. It's just a bit tedious. But his sailor ability will increase shooter attack by plus 50, and he will also reduce paralysis on his own paralysis by 3 turns. So yeah, you know, I would say he's a pretty weak rare recruit compared to the other two. And again, he's just a mob character. Who is this? Like, who is this character? I don't understand why they put this character out with Suulong Carrot. I wish they would have done like a V2 of all the minks, but I guess it's to be related to the scene where they're being chased on the ship. So I guess maybe appeared on one of the fleets. But I really don't know who this character is, so it's a little bit tilty. But there you go, that's Bavarius. Next up, last but not least, we've got CP0 Stussy, or Stussy. She is a quick shooter and cerebral type. Cerebral getting that love because she's a very good unit. She'll reduce cooldowns by 1 turn at the start of the quest. Boost attack of shooter and cerebral units by 2.5 times. Again, nothing special, but her special ability is going to be special. Deal 50 times attack and quick damage to one enemy. Nothing that great there, but randomize all non-matching orbs and boost fighter, slasher, striker, shooter, or cerebral units by 1.5 times attack. However, if her own special is already activated, boost by 2.25 times instead for 1 turn. She has a 6 turn cooldown. At max limit break, her sailor ability will reduce cooldown by 1 turn if another special is used. So for Katakuri and Suulong Carrot, both of their specials have internal cooldown reduction. So immediately you're basically going to get her special back to max insanely fast. Also at the start of the quest, if you're using a Suulong Carrot team, you will have her special ready on the very first turn, which is amazing. Reduce blindness by 3 turns, which is also a nice extra little addition there for a sailor ability. But overall, CP0 Stussy and Charlotte Opera are the 2 best rare recruits of this batch. Galette and Bavarius, questionable. Not sure how good they are. They're probably going to have their niche usages somewhere. And I gotta say, just who is this guy? Who is this guy? I don't know. I don't know. Galette as well. I feel like I vaguely remember seeing her and the very large personalities. But other than that, nothing too special. Charlotte Opera, I'm fully aware who he is because I was tilted when the Colosseum came out. And then of course Suulong Carrot. So very, very nice units overall. But let's talk about the actual Sugo Fest, which has to be one of the most obvious and one of the most incredible traps that Bandai have put out to date. And the reason I say this is because we all know that the New Year's Sugo Fest, which is always insanely hype, is just around the corner, just over a month away. There's also the Christmas Sugo Fest, which is naturally going to be good as well, just around the corner. 100 million worldwide download Sugo Fest, just around the corner. But we've got this Suulong Carrot Sugo Fest from the 30th of November to the 2nd of December. Where do I begin with this? It's gonna be a Sugo Fest I end up pulling on. I know I shouldn't be pulling on this, but it's still a Sugo Fest I will pull on. It's all gold and above, and excluding the World Clash Sugo Fest, which we just had, that's been a long time. It's been a long time since we had all gold. So that's nice to see. No 2x legend rate, but these legends that are available will only be Fighter, Sash, and Cerebral. So naturally, Cerebral being in there is a big buff because most of the Cerebral legends on the game are pretty insane. The 2nd, the 4th, and the 5th multi will guarantee a unit from the new batch. So either Charlotte Gazette, Bavarius, Charlotte Opera, CP0 Stussy, or if you get the red poster, it's going to definitely be Carrot. If you do get that, you're super, super lucky. I believe that's going to be like less than 3% chance or something like that. In the 3rd and the 6th and the 9th and the 12th multi, if you go that far to the 9th and the 12th, God bless you, good luck. But if you do the 3rd and 6th multi, guys, oh boy, this is the real bait here. You are guaranteed a legend from the following: Carrot, Zephyr, Brook, Whitebeard and Marco, V2 Sanji, V2 Akainu, V2 Rayleigh, V2 Shanks, V2 Law, V2 Fujitora, G4 Luffy, the new Quick Gear 4-1, Nami, Robin, Inuarashi, Katakuri, and Luffy X Ace. Now, out of all of those, the worst legend you could get is probably Inuarashi, V2 Law, or V2 Fujitora, and the rest of those are all top tier. A lot of those are new as well: Zephyr, Brook, Whitebeard, Marco, V2 Sanji in there. Boy oh boy, that is really, really tempting for me. I do not have Carrot, I do not have Zephyr, I do not have Brook, I do not have Whitebeard and Marco, I do not have V2 Shanks. 5 legends in there, it's not a lot, but it's still a decent amount. 5 legends in there which I do not own. So I am definitely going to be doing at least 3 multi-pulls unless my Clash rewards go super, super well. And bear in mind, guys, Clash rewards, they have been delayed till the 30th of November. Incidentally, when the 2 Sugo Fest start, the 100 million or road to 100 million worldwide downloads for global, which is the Gear 4 V2 Luffy Sugo Fest, and you've also got this Carrot Sugo Fest starting on Japan. So a little bit suspicious from Bandai. They're trying to tempt you into doing some pulls before you do your Clash worldwide Clash pulls. Do keep that in mind. Try and save before you actually go ahead and do that. So there's that as well. And if you for some reason have 750 gems lying around for this Sugo Fest and you do 15 multiples, you're guaranteed either one of Carrot, Zephyr, Brook, Whitebeard and Marco, V2 Sanji, V2 Akainu, Gear 4 Luffy, or Nami. So wow, that bait, the 3rd and the 6th multis, pulling one of those legends is still pretty damn awesome unless you end up getting, for example, V2 Fujitora or Inuarashi. I would say those two are the only 2 legends not worth doing 300 gems for. Every other legend there, I would say, is easily worth 300 gems. Maybe not Brook, maybe not V2 Law for some people, but if you are a veteran player, maybe it really depends on your box. If you're a veteran player, you know whether or not to pull. But if you're a new player, guys, and your box is empty, this is actually a very good Sugo Fest to do 3 multis on. If you're a mid-game player, I would advise waiting till the New Year's Sugo Fest. I do believe the New Year's Sugo Fest will probably be a 2x legend rate. Either the New Year's or the Christmas Sugo Fest is going to be a 2x legend rate, and that's probably going to be better to pull on. But for the veteran players, the rare recruits are going to be decent here. You've already got guaranteed pulls for the guaranteed pulls, sorry, I'm losing my mind here. The guaranteed pulls for the new batch of units, you're going to be getting that in the 2nd multi-pull, and if you go past the 3rd multi-pull, the 4th and the 5th. So 6 multi-pulls looks pretty promising for a lot of people who have saved up gems. I know this is a bait, but you can bet your money I'm going to spend my money on this, unfortunately. And there you have it, guys. That is the Suulong Carrot Sugo Fest. It's pretty damn hype. I'm going to be putting on it, so do look forward to that video. thank you so much for watching, guys. And I gotta say a Dunker Banner, they did justice to Suulong Carrot. I really love her setup, I really love her mechanics. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck on your Sugo Fest pulls and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye bye.